Welcome back to Into the Radius, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dead Videos. I'm joined by...
The astronaut. 3-finger salute to you.
Excellent. And we are here for the next episode of Into the Radius. We are right on the outside of Bolotky Village, right here. No, standing up. Also, I don't think I said it, but good morning, good afternoon, good Makarov. Index controllers are just fucking with me, I swear to God. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, is what I meant to say. Now, it is 6 a.m. The sun will be up very shortly. Let's get a move on, shall we? This is the first time we're going into Bolotky Village, and we are stacked to the gills with equipment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We're in well, that looks horrifying. And it just reassures me that I need a gas mask for that, because look at that nonsense. Okay. Bolotky Village. We're here. That's my flashlight. Where am I going in Bolotky Village? Oh, like right there.
Might want to double check and see if you have your detector on you.
I do. It's like jammed up into my ankle
Okay.
for some reason. Good point, but I don't know what the hell it was doing there.
It's a very crappy pocket.
Yeah, very crappy pocket. Also, I thought I was here. I'm here. That's a shortcut back to base over there. So I need to go that way. But not that far. Also, that's concerning to me. Also, Kulkaz Zarya, Pobita Factory, Parvame. Okay. Also, there's a way to Pobita Factory from inside Parvame. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that then, and we're gonna go this way. We're gonna follow the rail line. Ooh, it's a little laggy here. But also, it's the daytime. Don't need our lights on. We still have 2 days and 10 hours till the next tide. It does feel like we got closer to that, though, which is very creepy to me. Oh, I see a house in the distance. The antennas do not like me right now, and I don't know why. Having some connectivity issues.
The antenna looks fine on this end.
Yeah, I keep flashing blue in the headset. Makes me wonder if things are not going well with the headset itself. Or it could just be the game. Actually. Nope, that's the wrong thing. That's something I should test right now, actually. If I change the graphical settings... Is there a graphic settings option? Doesn't look like there is. Okay, never mind then. Just wondering. Also, you know what? Hang on. Just in case something stupid does happen with all these crashes we're having lately, I'm gonna save an additional copy of the game real quick. I'll cut this out of editing. Okay. Got a backup when we went into Bolotky Village, basically. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going into Bolotky Village. I made a backup save in case something stupid happens. And by stupid, I mean, like, the game crashes and I die or explode and lose all my items or something stupid. Or, like, my headset turns off and my shotgun ends up over there. Well, this is ominous looking. I'm assuming this is a safe path right here. I don't see the kind of ominous fuzz. Oh, this is the fog right there. That's creepy. Try and stabilize my hand a little bit. Oh, there's a mimic. I don't even need my monocular to see that motherfucker. If I had a rifle, he'd be so dead right now. Look at him. Look at him being all smug. Anyone else over there? Doesn't look like it. What if I could hit him from here?
It almost looked like he ran from his own voice.
Kinda did. What if I could sneak it closer? I mean, this is an open grounds. This is not a good place for sneaking. If I could get up there, right? Wait. There's like a trail coming up that. Can I get up there? I wonder if I can. Oh, he got way closer. It's right there on the front. He's behind the wall. Okay, well, while he's not looking, quick, run. There's like stuff falling out. That's really cool. I can't climb this, can I? No, I don't think so. I don't think the game's gonna let me. Yeah, no. That would be really cool, though. Climb that shit. Actually, it does kind of look like... Hi, sir. You don't see me. I'm in the darkness. Worry about that. That's not him. That's him. I thought a coal person was him for a second. Oh, he's like right behind that like wooden pallet. This would be the perfect place to snipe him from if I had a better angle. I even got cover over here, although I don't know if those explode. I've never tried shooting one of those. Where did he go? I think he went behind the thing there. I had the safety on, ladies and gentlemen. He's walking towards me. Yes, make my shot easy. Got him. It took a whole clip, but I got him. Oh, shit. Okay, you shit, come here. Come on. Come on up over the hill. Fucking you. Fucking you? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, that was a real good shot.
That felt good. Not even letting him get the first jump. That.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that would be where the technical difficulties began for this episode, and we didn't notice. And, so my audio track is now gone. Hi, by the way, this is post-commentary, in case you were wondering. I actually have the astronaut here with me as well. You'll be able to hear the astronaut speaking live, but my commentary is gone. That audio track just doesn't work anymore after the 7-minute mark. So, yeah, that's fun. So we're going to be basically reacting to stuff we're talking about here, and I'm going to try and explain my thought process here and there as we go through. There, I was very excited about the fact that I killed the crawler with a shotgun. Yes, I look back at the train noise, and this is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, I say, you're going to have to try harder than that to scare me into the radius. I've learned your tricks. Keep that bit in mind. So yeah, we're going to be commentating on a few things here and there, post-commentary here. We'll be back in and out, basically whenever we think of something important to say. Or we have banter, randomly.
It's getting lonely here since you've gone, dear. The kids left for the city. Our place got too empty and sad. Do you remember how we stayed in Yalta for the holidays? Oh, those were the days.
So here, I believe I was trying to figure out how many mimics I was dealing with in the town. Also, I love this. Right here. See that hole right there on the left there? I didn't notice that. Somehow, I didn't notice the gaping hole in the floor. I'll notice it later, but I didn't notice it there, somehow.
The amount of mimics that were here, we could just hear them all around, and everything was all suspect. There was way too many places for them to hide.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was like, it's in that house, this house over there, they're probably behind that fence over there, they could be behind that tree. I was thinking all kinds of stuff constantly, and I'm like, okay, well, at least I know I'm safe behind this anomaly, because they can't walk through anomalies the same way I can't. So at least we have that going.
Yeah. You were just creeping right behind everything, and I'm like, you're still making an excessive amount of noise. I can hear every boot creak.
Yeah, and I think right around here we started talking about, like, I hope they can't hear the detector's noise. From the detector doing the little click, click, click noise. I think we mentioned that would really suck if they could hear. Oh, right there is, I think, where we said it.
Yeah.
That would be very annoying.
Yep, that would be live commentary astronaut right there. Probably going to point that out a few times, because it'll probably sound pretty similar. Also, as a note, by the way, in case you were wondering, I definitely saw in editing that the train car, with all the stuff falling out of it, absolutely is a ladder I could climb. I saw that in editing. I'm going to go back to that next episode. We're gonna figure that out. Anyway, I'll go ahead and stop ruining the suspense here as we line up a shot in this mimic. Oh, never mind. Not a mimic. It's a fragment. Sorry, I call them walkers, but its actual name is called a fragment. I never remember that in the moment. Ever. Not once will I remember that in the moment. Didn't really think about it there, but confirmation. They can't hear the detector there, because you would have heard that from that range.
Oh, yeah.
Look at all those beautiful supplies in my backpack, all nicely organized, ready to go. Nothing could go wrong. And then, oh, hey, look, the rift! Found that! Didn't mean to find that, but I figured it was in here, I just didn't know it would be literally right there.
You assumed it was in one of the houses, but you were too busy getting shot at to actually notice.
Yeah. Oh.
And I noticed that immediately, that it had jumped on.
Crawler in the wall? Yeah, I didn't notice that until right then.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it doesn't look like the grass.
That
Also-
was, I stopped talking because that was terrifying.
Here's when we begin my experience with impossible to pick up magazines off the floor. Also, this motherfucker just walked right up to the door like, hey, how you doing?
That was disturbing.
It was perfectly timed dialogue for those creepy
Yeah,
things.
exactly. Where are you? Walks through the door. And then that thing's just right there. I'm just like, I don't know what to do about that. And here I'm trying to draw the shotgun because I know I can hear a walker coming. And I'm like, well, that guy's gonna come right through the door. I'll go ahead and just take care of this real quick. A proper Rambo moment.
Ugh.
Just holding the shotgun and the two pistols together. It's great. The combo's great.
I was so wanted to like get back on the radio for this one. I wanted to give you a warning because I can hear it coming.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Also, I just love the fact that now I've killed 2 crawlers, one with a shotgun and one just. Oh yeah, so I have incredible trouble picking up a single magazine off the floor. I'm like, fuck it, there's mimics out here. I don't have time for this. I'm like, okay, maybe I do. Maybe I do have time for this. Oh, almost got it.
I'm gripping my
So close.
chair in suspense.
Got it. Finally got the freaking magazine.
Where are you?
I was thinking, you and I know what's coming. The audience doesn't know what's coming yet.
No, when I was sitting there live, I actually heard it coming, and I knew it was coming because it had different footsteps than the other things. And I was trying to warn you. I was like battling. Should I warn him? Should I not? He seems pretty focused, so I'm just gonna stay quiet.
That's fair. And here I'm like, okay, I gotta reload the freaking
Badly.
shotgun. And also, the valve index control really failed me there, as the shotgun was stuck behind the wall. I'm just like, okay, panic fire. And then that comes in, I'm like, what the fuck am I even looking at? So, I was so startled by that thing.
Oh, Lord.
That was live commentary. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So that was the first
That
time
was terrifying.
Yes, it was live commentary, Astronaut.
Oh. I didn't even see him until, like, he came into the door and started hitting you.
Yeah, so,
Oh.
that was our
You
first...
said you wanted it scary. It said, we'll give you scary.
I actually almost can hear myself there in the other microphone. I was so loud at that time. Because I was genuinely freaking out from that freaking thing. Because...
You'd have to go all the way back to Bolotky
Oh, my...
Bolotky Village just to get it. Oh, Lord.
So this is what I quickly began to formulate a plan in my head. Not well, mind you. But as, okay, my stuff's back in
Did you have an
Bolotky.
extra gun?
I do not have an extra gun. The extra gun was that was live commentary.
And then there's a shotgun.
So we were discussing live commentary, we were discussing the plan here. The plan is basically run back to the train station, get the Makarov that was in the toilet, and get the full-size shotgun that we left behind in the guard tower before that. And then I was thinking, you know what, if I'm going to grab a shotgun, I should bring a box of ammo with me. So I grab a box of ammo, and I'm like, okay, that's all I really need, let's go. And then, I think the astronaut says something live.
Maybe grab a few energy drinks so you can sprint.
Which was a great idea. That was a very good idea. I have since learned, by the way, the energy drinks do not function that way anymore.
Well, It's just energy drink.
I mean, it was a good assumption at the time. It's just that I have since learned that energy drinks just restore a bit of your hunger. They also got rid of sleep. Sleep's not in the game anymore. Yeah, I didn't know about that. So YouTube has recently been recommending me a bunch of Into the Radius content, and I've been watching a little bit here and there. I've been avoiding as many spoilers as possible, obviously. For example, I didn't know anything about the Seeker until it killed me, so that was fun.
You could actually hear it coming near the building, like trying to find a way into the building.
Yeah.
With how quick the footsteps were. It's like,
Yeah, it did sound different.
That's not the.
Oh, it's not a walker or a mimic. Yeah. And here we are.
What makes it more terrifying because it's like
the unknown.
I'm definitely coming to get you, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that new noise I've never heard before? So here I'm trying to basically rapidly plot out, okay, where can I get ammo? Where can I get resources here? Because I need stuff. It was literally just like, okay, I need stuff as quickly as possible. Is it like a mosquito?
No, I think it was a gate or a door.
It sounded, I guess it could be that. I don't know, it sounded like an insect buzzing. And then this motherfucker just has a freaking Makarov laying on the ground right there with him. I'm like, well, that's convenient.
There was oil and tissue and all.
Yeah, so as the live astronaut pointed out there, there was oil and tissues and nice cleaning materials back at the guard tower, but it was in red condition pistol, and I can't repair a red condition pistol. Although apparently that might not be true. I don't know. I've got to test that. One of the YouTube videos I saw was a guy repairing red guns with a toothbrush. And I'm like, what?
It probably just takes longer.
Maybe. And then
attention.
Makarov number 2.
This is UNPSC emergency
Which is
guidance
conveniently
recording
in yellow condition.
L1-61. If you are listening to this, you are most likely suffering from one or more of the following conditions: a sense of displacement, disorientation, memory loss, ataxia, and visual auditory hallucinations. Please remain calm. You are experiencing the adverse effects of prolonged exposure to the Pechorsk radius. This recording was placed here by the UNPSC to guide affected personnel to safety. Inside this emergency cache, you will find a basic survival kit that will get you to the nearest research outpost. Enter the fog to find it.
That right there was the first bullet of many that I will drop on the ground.
And that one dropped straight through the crack.
Yep, went straight through. I think I look for it in a moment, and I'm like, wait, where'd it go? At which point, I'm also slowly reloading all my Makarov mags. I'm just like, okay, making sure my mags are in the right places, trying to organize things. I'm like, okay, I'll come back for all this stuff later, is pretty much what I'm saying right there.
And this is why it's also good to not loot everything on your first run through.
Or at least have
Organize
an idea
it
of
to
where
wherever
stuff
it all
is.
is, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Know where stuff is in the future so you can come back to it.
And if you find cleaning supplies, just leave it all in a pile.
Yep. Until the tide comes around, at least.
Yeah.
Although apparently, like I said, apparently the shelters actually protect items as well nowadays. So it's something else we'll have to test in the next episode of Into the Radius. Indeed. Oh, and then this motherfucker, I'm just like, yeah, you're one dude. Forgetting to put the I actually gotta rack the slide. Thank you very much. And stabby stabby. Also, I might try and get good at melee, because I feel like getting good at melee will save me a lot of ammo and a lot of heartache from noise being generated in the long run.
And from the issue you had when you died, which was loading and everything going to shit.
Everything going to shit very quickly. Yeah, exactly. Because all my guns were unloaded at the time. Yeah.
I could have sworn that your shotgun was loaded, but it like unloaded itself as soon as you flipped it open.
So if you saw, there was a shotgun shell balancing on the thing. It didn't go into the gun. It just balancing on top of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we're basically just talking about how this Makarov is so shitty because it's in bad shape. But also it's like the only option I have, and I'm like, oh right, that was the magazine with one bullet in it. Good job, brain. Go ahead and get the new magazine out. Thankfully, walkers are not exactly difficult to kill. Oh yeah, and then I think you comment on this live.
That knife literally flipped on your arm.
It did. It very much did. It was just like, I don't want to attach anymore. It was the same thing as balancing the shotgun shells on the inlet of the shotgun. It was like, how does this make any sense? Put the shotgun shell in the shotgun. Put the knife on my arm.
Yeah, the new controllers are odd.
At least they don't desync as much.
Yeah, they don't desync.
I say that, knowing what's coming at the end of this video.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, there are technical difficulties at the end of this video.
If you weren't already aware.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but the last, like, I think like episode 4, I named it, episode 4.5, I named, I should make a technical difficulties screen.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this series, it's a lot of fun, but it is plagued by technical difficulties constantly.
At least an hour and a half of setup.
It really is. It's setup and...
Aside from all the moving of the things, it's
like
quite literally technical difficulties before
like,
technical difficulties.
Once we start recording, there's like a good 30 minutes like of each episode, pretty much, of technical difficulties. Minus some of it in like the intro areas where we're doing like the base organization. Yeah, and here I'm like, oh, that's for a thing I don't have. So I'm very much like, I'll just leave this stuff and come back for it later, basically.
Looking for survival gear.
Yeah, looking for guns, ammo, knives, that kind of thing. Because all that stuff is gone. It's all in Bolotky. Because I had my pistol in my hand and my shotgun was on the floor when I died.
Yep.
Which means all my stuff is in Bolotky. Which means...
When shit gets real, survival only.
Yeah,
only the priorities.
Then I find a grenade and I'm like, ooh, that might come in handy. Also, something else I have learned, because of the people who keep popping up in my YouTube feed that I can't freaking ignore, cigarettes give you hunger back.
What?
Yep.
This is like the weirdest thing.
If you smoke cigarettes, you get hunger back.
Gives you hunger back.
Yeah.
Does it give you lung damage too?
I don't think so. It gives you 10% of your hunger bar.
Does it take away 10% of your health?
Nope, doesn't do anything. But because it also regenerates your stamina, you could basically run longer if you're smoking while you're running, which is very funny. And because a cigarette pack holds 20 or 25 cigarettes, it's actually a more efficient food source than literally any other food source in the game.
So, something that we learned was that this game is rather Russian-centric.
I'd say there's a Russian bias in terms of the gunplay and some of the other things I've learned.
I now see why smoking cigarettes while not eating a single thing is more beneficial. It's
Right.
very Russian.
It's very Russian. It's very Russian. Which, to be fair, I mean, it definitely fits the theme of the game. So actually, there's where we learned myself that it doesn't actually generate stamina drinking energy drinks, because I was staring at the stamina meter, watching it go down while I drank an energy drink.
Quite depressing.
It did remove the hunger from it. It was nice, at least. Yeah. So we were thinking about what the best plan was. If I want to go through the train yard, if I want to go around the train yard, and I'm like, oh yeah, the guard tower. It's got the shotgun, the toothbrush, the oil, all this stuff over there. I need to start cleaning things. So we're good to go there. Just got to get to the guard tower, which this is what I'm calling the guard tower. It's obviously not a guard tower.
It's just very prominent.
It's got the sandbags on top of it, so it's like, it feels like a guard tower. I think...
This is where you were, like, thinking where,
I'm trying to think where stuff was.
if it was on the top floor or the bottom floor.
The bottom floor, yeah. And I believe...
I was very wrong.
yeah, I believe you said it was... so this didn't get picked up in the recording. But the astronaut claimed all the stuff was on the bottom floor, and it was the middle floor. And I'm like, I don't remember putting the toilet paper up here. However, the extra toothbrush, I watched back in editing, the extra toothbrush fell through the floor. The extra toothbrush was on this floor. I tossed it right there where that book is, and it's gone. It's just not there anymore. So, the extra toothbrush, gone. It should be right here. You were correct about that, but the toilet paper is downstairs.
Yeah.
Yes, it was with toilet paper.
Thank you, live commentary.
The TP.
Astronaut. We're like, okay, we'll get down here, and...
I was recalling that there was TP down there,
Yep,
but
so there's
I
the
think you
toothbrush.
actually took it with you.
I do believe I took one of them with me, yes. I did take one of them with me. And this... oh yeah, this is also where we decided to name the shotgun. The big shotgun. As we got it cleaned up. Also, I have since determined, by the way, I need to be using more oil. I need to be using a lot more oil to clean these guns properly. There's my chair squeaking, which normally doesn't get picked up, but it will get picked up in this recording, because this is a different type of recording that we're doing for post-commentary. I don't have all my normal noise filters.
And this is where the fighting begins.
The fighting with the gun system?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have a vice.
Yeah, try, because I don't have a device, I have to do it by hand. I'm just like, I can't get this thing in, and I'm like trying to figure out.
Why isn't it scrubbing?
Because I'm trying to see what parts I put oil on, which parts
If
I
I
didn't.
remember correctly, it was you have to spray the area and then brush the same area.
I think you can actually hear me say yep there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was like, yep, I know. But, like, in VR, I couldn't tell what parts I'd sprayed, so I was just trying to remember by memory what parts I'd sprayed. So it ended up being basically, I need to use more oil than this.
Brutus.
Oh, yeah, that's where I asked for the name of the shotgun, and the astronaut suggested Brutus, which I approved
A big, strong name for a big gun? I don't know.
I love that it just kind of came to you, and you didn't really have a reason for it. And I'm like, I accept this.
I think you asked me, like, why Brutus?
I did say, like, why Brutus? I'm like, I said Brutus is a good name, but why Brutus is what I said. And I'm just like, makes sense to me. Let's go with that. So.
And considering its performance, it very much is a Brutus.
Oh, it's such a good gun. I cannot wait to use more of this gun. I think I might do... I'm not saying I'm going to do shotguns only, but I might do shotguns only.
It's a really good build.
Because, like, putting slugs in this thing, oh boy. From one of the things I've watched, actually, that doesn't have a lot of spoilers in it, it's The Range. I'll put a link to it in the description because it was very interesting. Or I'll put a link to it in editing. One of the two, or both. Oh, there it goes. It turns blue finally.
You were like, oh, there it is.
Yep, finally turns blue. But we don't have a toilet paper to clean it the rest of the way. And then I'm like, okay, now it's the Makarov's turn. And I'm trying to actually put it in my other hand. Yeah. Fighting with the index controller, does not want to cooperate with me.
Even though it's called an index controller, the index finger does not want to compute.
Ring finger, actually. For me, it's the ring finger. Is it the index for you?
Well, so every single time that you put it down, it will actually, like, show per finger what you have down.
Yeah.
It's constantly showing that your ring finger's down, but not your index.
Yeah, so for me, it's that the index won't go down, the ring finger won't come up for me.
Oh.
Is it the other way for you in
Yeah.
Outer Wilds? So the controllers probably work properly, we just have weird hands. That or I need to contact Valve, because those are brand new controllers, they should not be having problems.
Right.
Like, they haven't even been hit on anything yet. They haven't been hit, they haven't been dropped or anything.
Or punched.
Or punched into walls, because I've made a very nice VR setup here. It's very nice. I can actually tell, you can tell by where your feet are. You can tell if you're in the play area still, which is very nice.
No padded walls.
No padded walls, but the walls are far enough away you can't punch them easily.
Right.
You'd have to be actually trying to punch the wall to punch the wall. Is this where I go up there?
This is where you were like, and this is where that one mimic was.
Yeah, the one
last time.
over by the train. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because he's up on the. I think I go up here to look at this because I fall down.
Well, you
but
were trying to get through there.
I was trying to get through there,
No.
but I fell. And there's a mimic up on the truck right over there. I think I look at him. I think I actually point at the truck here. Yeah, I point at the truck. See, sometimes, yeah, I was like,
I don't
mimic's
wanna
right
deal
over
with
there.
him.
It's like, I'm not gonna deal with him right now. I don't want to. Which, you know, one thing I should have done, by the way, when we were repairing all the guns, I should have loaded the shotgun. Just remember that I didn't load the shotgun. Just remember that.
Just eerie, silent pointing off into the distance.
Yep. Oh, you know what? We talked over one of the loading screens. I'm gonna have to include that loading screen.
Oh yeah, we did.
I think we all talked over it in live commentary too, because we were panicking from the Seeker killing me. But honestly, I'm okay with leaving the loading screens if we're talking over it, like right now, where I just turn my head staring at the loading screen. Unless you in live commentary says something I have to cut out.
Because you said that there was nothing that you were going to cut the live commentary out of this, out of those.
And then
that's
he's
when we
right
see
there.
them.
He's right freaking there. I'm just like,
He was all ready for you.
Here's the thing. I was thinking, okay, it's gonna take him a while to get up here. He's got to go all the way around to get back up here, right?
Yeah.
Little did I know. Little did I know, ladies and gentlemen.
Still not enough time to load a shotgun.
And I look up and he's right fucking there. Like, hey, how
Oh
you
god,
doing?
he's fast.
Did you know think? I think I said fucking shit right there.
Thought we were gonna have a repeat for a second.
Thankfully, we did not have a repeat.
I just noticed.
Did you just see the one up there? The second one?
No. Oh god, there's a second one.
Yeah, if you look very carefully, he's right there on the far end. Oh, you can't really see him there, but I guarantee there was a second one out in the fog on the far side of like the swamp over there past the gas area. There was a second one just kind of walking around. I didn't even notice him.
But he phased. Like, he was invisible, but he was very clearly in front of you. That's where we were like, teabag him.
Teabagged.
Oh, yeah, teabag him. Which I then proceeded to use the squat mechanic in the game. And then I was like, hang on a minute. I'm in VR. I can do squats in real life. And I just decided to start doing squats on top of him. Because why not? And then I'm like, oh, right, that other shotgun shell's over there. I probably should pick that up. And I also...
Didn't look that bad, but...
Did I drop the
Oh,
box?
it's totally worth it.
I dropped the box somewhere. The box of shotgun shells was in my backpack.
No, you used all of it.
Was it? Oh, was it empty? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was very unsure as to why it wasn't there in my backpack. I'm like, did I just ditch it? I remember ditching one in the future, but I don't.
But yeah, it looked like it phased before getting closer.
We'll have to do tests next time.
Yeah.
We'll
But
have,
it did that. It looked like it did that in the house too.
fair enough. One thing I will say, I have specifically avoided any videos that talk about the enemies from the radius, or into the radius. From the radius? Into the radius. I'm combining from the depths into the radius there in my brain. But I don't want to know what's going
It's
on
close.
with the enemies.
Just add some duct tape and it'll be absolutely perfect.
I believe we were talking about the condition of the gun, how I was hoping we could get repaired back to full. And then National was just like, duct tape. Which, if you watched Outer Wilds, duct tape. But no, it was just a whole thing. And then, I think we're talking about Bethesda right now. And how in a Bethesda game you walk like that, where you just have
It
your
did
gun
look kind of funny.
in front of
Yeah,
yourself.
like Fallout
Not
walking.
Gonna, not gonna lie,
Yep.
it does look kind of funny when you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna have my gun out, just pointed straight at these children off in the distance.
Yeah, that,
Don't mind me. Just preparing to shoot anyone and everything.
yeah, and then I was talking about how the only time your character puts the gun up is when they're face to face with an NPC. I'm like, well, of course you have your gun up, because otherwise you'd be aiming past them like this. As I demonstrate with the tree. We're just ragging on Bethesda games, that's all. Because the astronaut's been playing a lot of Starfield, I know.
Yeah.
And I've been playing Skyrim again. So that's a whole thing. I should do a Skyrim series. I should not do a Skyrim series.
Yeah, it's
would-
pretty overstocked.
But what if I did a VR series?
Damn you.
So, yeah, so here we're like, okay, we can see the items, they're in the room, I just gotta go get them.
How many of them are alive?
Yeah, it's like, how many mimics are left at this point? Which we don't know. We don't know how many mimics are left at this point.
You were like full sprint, and you're like, wait, there's a mimic.
Yeah. It was like, okay, go, go, go. Oh, wait, there's a mimic here. I should at least be somewhat cautionary, because the only weapon I have is a shotgun at the moment. Because I don't believe I had any ammo in the Makarov. Did I have it? I must have had ammo in the Makarov because I drew it. Oh, yeah, I got 6. I got 6 shots with the Makarov. I think I even said I got 6 shots. I gotta make them count, is what I said.
Yeah. Because we still weren't sure of the length of the shotgun, the distance it could go.
The distance it could go. And also, we weren't sure how many mimics there were.
Yeah.
There could have been 8 more for all we knew.
We did not want to have a repeat.
Yeah. Oh, and there I saw a mimic and ducked. So here I'm diving in between 2 mimics here.
And there was definitely 2 of them.
There's 3.
Or 3.
I saw 2. Astronaut apparently saw 3. I'm trying to reload, and I'm just casually walking up to this tree here. There we
Dropping
go.
shells.
Dropping shells on the ground. Index controller's failing me. And I'm like, okay, where is the mimic? Oh, there he is. I see him inside that hole. And here's where I'm like, okay, I might as well at least see what the range of the shotgun is.
Yes.
And yeah,
The
we
surprise. The absolute surprise.
that managed
Just
to
like-
land buckshot from that distance. Yeah.
Because I know jack shit about guns.
I know
Never
that
Fallout.
shotguns, I think I said, in a real life situation, the shotgun should be effective at this range. And then I shot and killed him. I'm like, oh, it worked! I was very excited about that.
I could have sworn there was 3.
Yeah, of course, me being wrong.
To be fair, no, well, here's the thing. I don't know. There could have been a third one. I think at the time, I was very much like, there probably is 3.
With how many coal people there are,
Yeah.
it's very easy to tell.
It's also
Yeah.
very easy to get mixed up.
Yeah. To get mixed up on
And
if
here-
it is and if it is not.
I don't remember why I was spazzing out with the shotgun. I don't remember. I think I commented on the
That is
rug.
kind of weird. There's a rug in a car.
You and I were both commenting about how there was a rug in the trunk of the car.
Very spiffy.
And then I was like, okay, clear the building, make sure my items are safe. I was like, I see Irene. I think I pointed at Irene. I was like, I think I see Irene. So Irene is nice and safe. Got to keep the shotgun nice and safe. Casually putting Brutus on the other side. The index controller lagging out there, because of course it is. Slowly reloading my shotgun. Watching the shotgun shell bounce off the inside of the shotgun.
You were very irritated that you couldn't put it on the other side as well, Irene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on the backpack. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is correct. And then trying to position the light so that I can see what I'm doing, and so YouTube can see what I'm doing, without it being pitch freaking black, because it's nighttime now.
You're like fighting.
Fighting the lights to try and get a good angle. I'm like, okay, that's a decent angle. I can work with that. Getting all the medical things, and then realizing I'm injured, and going, oh no, I don't realize that yet. I don't realize it
The
yet.
floating backpack you have is dark.
Thank you, astronaut.
Yeah, you're like
live commentary astronaut.
That's much better.
Gotta stick in all the knives. It's very important we keep all of our knives.
yes.
And then I realized, oh, I'm injured. Boink. Good thing I brought 3 of these. Which I love that I brought 3 of those and I didn't get to use one before I died. It was
Yeah.
very much like, oh, I'm thinking I might start carrying one in the hip pocket. Might be something to do.
And it would still be kind of iffy considering how last time stuff
I
that's
keep
kept falling out of it.
Well, it's falling out of it because the index controller thinks I'm gripping, and while I'm holding the controller, just holding it by my side because I'm walking. And then that's why I've started holding my hands in front of me while I walk, to try, or holding both hands on the pistol or both hands on the shotgun while I walk, so I can't accidentally grab things because I keep grabbing things. Also, very carefully trying to lay down the flashlight so I can see what I'm doing, which actually worked out. And I realized, oh, there's an empty magazine in this Makarov, my original Makarov. There we go. Get that loaded up, and I'm going like, okay, I'm going to reload the ammo.
And I think he started to figure out which magazines were your magazines that you
Versus the old
fixed.
ones?
Yeah.
Or the new ones that I had, just picked up. Yeah. I love that I tried to put it back in the original bag, but it just falls over. Because it doesn't fit in there anymore. Yeah, and then I thought I heard something there, but I listened to this before in editing, and I couldn't hear anything there. I don't know what I reacted to. Like, I heard something, and I just went, huh.
I think it was the anomaly glitching, the audio of the anomaly glitching
Maybe.
slightly, and it was like, what was that? Because it was slightly different.
Maybe.
These headphones suck.
They
Sorry.
do. No, it's not your fault. I noticed that the plastic is warping up here. You know how when plastic is bending, it gets that white texture?
Oh, yeah.
It's forming right here on top of the headband. Sorry, that was something in real life. I have a spare set of headphones for guest commentators and stuff like that, and they suck ass. But
Walmart.
literally Walmart, yes. But they're okay. I mean, they get the job done. Razors, by the way, because of course they are. I think they're Razor Recon? Ear Force Recon. I think they're Razor, though. But, because isn't that Razor's logo on the side? No, it's Turtle Beach. That's what it is.
Turtle Beach.
Turtle Beach sucks. Anyway,
They look nice.
They look nice. They're
but never to
uncomfortable
be
as hell.
used.
And also, just wearing them on your head is causing the headband to stretch, which is hilarious to me. Oh yeah, and there I'm loading overpressure ammo into the same magazine as normal ammo. Because I'm like, it's ammo. It fits in the gun. It's going in. Because I only have so much places. Unable to draw the Makarov out. Trying to draw stuff on the ground. So apparently, trying to draw stuff up from like right underneath you is really hard.
Extremely. Like, there was so much struggle. The TP.
The holy toilet paper. It's more like paper towels, but we're gonna keep calling it toilet paper. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Have we seen other things we could use as toilet paper? No? That's toilet paper now. Congratulations.
Yeah, and it's so delicate. It's
It
like
is.
it's 2-ply.
Man, could you imagine being in a situation and the UNPSC or whatever, the NATO and Russia working together company. Oh, also here I'm aiming 2
That
shotguns.
is disturbing, but hilariously effective.
I was aiming 2
You
shotguns.
will have
This
absolutely
is nice.
no problems dual wielding shotguns.
I imagine dual wielding a rifle-length shotgun would probably be slightly different. I don't think
Kickback.
kickback.
Almost like, hi, welcome to Doomslayer mode.
Yeah, very much so. I think I said like yes. On live commentary, I was very excited. Also, this is where
That was in the real world.
And this is
Oh, yeah.
where he realized
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah, so there was actually a
I think it
noise
was a
there.
truck horn.
There was a
going by.
noise in the real world. at this point, which you just commented on live. It was I reacted to it in game, and you're like, that was in the real world. Don't worry about it. I was like, what the fuck was that? This is not where I realized something. I realized like, hey, can I open this?
Yes.
And live commentary you answered.
Oh yeah.
And I said, because I think I said, wasn't there a note about a stash inside of a stove?
Yeah.
And you said yes in live commentary, and then I opened this.
Specifically,
And
you said a green stove, and that stove is indeed green, I think.
So
Other than that, I think it's.
we then had a discussion about this. The stash commented it was in a greenhouse, and what I thought was a greenhouse, as in a place where you grow plants. And at which point we then went outside, and I think we looked at the building and with the normal flashlight. We're like, oh look, it's green. Oh, they meant greenhouse, as in a greenhouse rather than a greenhouse.
The note said something about like it's not like the pie you're used to, and
Yeah.
I was like, grenades, not the pie I'm used to.
Very much so. Very much so. Not the pie I'm used to with grenades. And I think I even said, that's just one bullet. What's gonna hurt? what's the pain? What's the pain of carrying one extra bullet? And then this is when I realized, oh, there's a ladder in here. I hadn't even noticed this ladder the whole time. I was like, I could have hidden up here from the mimics. And,
Well,
and
considering how we were all freaking out.
yeah.
Honestly, don't want to find that out.
So that was, I said, I wonder if the Seeker, the thing that killed me, can climb ladders. And you
Don't
said,
know
I don't want to find out. Because I was thinking, if they can't climb ladders, I could have just sat up here and shot him in the head.
You're like thinking I'm so clever, and I'm like, I don't want to see that.
Yep.
I don't want to see that brutality.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, bring it on. Because at this point, I'm carrying 2 shotguns. The confidence is through the roof now that I've got 2 shotguns.
And technically 4 shots.
True. 2 double barrels. I'm right now just going through, like, okay, did I miss anything? Anything mixed up? Oh, I
Doing
missed...
the hover.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I missed a bullet. I'll leave that there for later. And then I'm like, actually, you know what? I'll just take it with me. And then I can't pick it up off the ground, so I say, fuck it. I just leave. I'm so sick of this point of the Index controllers failing me to pick up things that are below me.
Yeah.
It's
Because
just
you have
irritating.
to grip the entirety of it
Yeah.
rather than just pull a trigger.
Yeah. And if any part, well, with picking up from in the race, you have to do both. You have to pull the trigger and do the thing. It's just the order you have to do them in. I think it's trigger then grip. And that pulls things towards you. I think I'm gonna play Half-Life Alyx after we finish with the radius.
Ooh.
I know, right?
The fight begins.
Yeah, well, and also here we go. I try and eat this, and you notice there's no audio for that. I'm like, oh, where did that go? And then I realize the index controllers threw it behind me. I'm just like, goddamn index controllers. I'm like, okay, well I'm full, so I can't eat anything. So I'm just leaving at this point. And I think this is where more technical difficulties appear. I believe the headset fully disconnects here in a second. But I'm picking up the buckshot. I think the video will just sort of freeze in a second. Yeah, so we were talking about the house. Oh, look, it's green. And then, oh, maybe it's not right here.
And specifically, you said that you were only looking for ammo, because I commented about you leaving behind the food.
Yeah.
Because I'm.
There's the
there it
technical
is.
difficulties. That's where it went. Oh, that wasn't very long. Huh. Oh.
And.
Oh, that's real bad. Here's the thing, our commentary is going to be totally fine, but the in-game footage is terrible. Oh, there it goes again.
Oh, yeah.
This is the big freeze. This is the freeze. Thank you, live commentary, astronaut.
You got really snarky with me.
I did.
You're like, thank you, I see that.
Thank you, I see that. Yeah, exactly. To be fair, at this point, we've been dealing with technical difficulties for, like, so much extra length of time that I was just like, I'm so done. I'm so annoyed right now.
And I think this is where you had walked over to the table or like set down everything, and
Yeah,
you're like, "Yes, I know, I see that."
Yes, I had to do a full reboot of the headset at this point.
Mind you, there is a giant flat screen TV between me and what he's doing.
So she can't actually see
I
that
have to
I'm
like
walking
turn
over.
around. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're here.
And we do that for noise cancellation, and also because there's nowhere else to put that freaking TV while we're doing VR. So. Yeah, there was just this whole thing. I wonder if I should just cut this out. But honestly, we're talking over it, so I don't give a shit. Here's the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll speed it up, and then we'll just be our audio over it. Who knows?
Or you can put the technical, your new technical difficult.
I need to make that. I could though. If you're seeing it right now, congratulations, I made one. Look at those low. Did you see that ramp?
Yeah.
That replaced the stairs. That was its actual hitbox. That was its actual hitbox.
Oh god.
They're not real stairs. It's a ramp. Everything I know is a lie. And then there's Irene sitting on the ground casually, as we finally get back into the game. Oh, one hand back. Two hands back. And you can see they're very jittery now. I said something there. I don't know what I said.
And there we have movement.
Oh, there we also had audio problems too.
Oh yeah.
This is part of the audio problems that started up too. It kept reverting. I think did it like 3 or 4 times during this.
There's a
recording?
box of
where
shotgun
I
shells on the
couldn't
ground.
hear anything.
Yeah, so we had.
Ah, okay.
And I said, "That's the one I dropped."
Yeah.
It's empty.
Can never be too sure.
But to be fair, it had been like 5 or 6 minutes since I did that.
Yeah.
Because of the technical difficulties, and also we were done with technical difficulties. So it was like all that movement run away anyway. Oh, and here I was commenting on like, good job developers making so that the cupboards that are on an angle can't stay shut. They keep opening themselves once you interact with them. Like that.
Physics.
It's like that makes sense. If they're at a weird angle, they can't stay shut. And I think I commented on like, yeah, I pointed at the drawer there. I'm like, that's really shiny. It's really reflective. I also commented on the toilet paper that was there too. I say, these are probably the documents I'm here for. So it's like, quest achieved. Yeah, folder of classified UNPSC documents. You can also see how much more jittery my hands are than normal.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's only something wrong with the Index controllers at this point. Like, they're not hooked up properly, or they're not tracking properly. Something's wrong at this point, but we don't really notice at this point. Unfortunately. Here we go, trying to go through all the drawers methodically, trying to do all the loot. Because I
desperately trying to open the drawers.
Yeah, I can't even grab this drawer. It just refuses
You had
to
actually, like, dad grunted.
Did I?
That was a
yeah.
you,
What
like-
I read about there.
Yeah. A very disappointed.
If you noticed, there was something there. There was a circle of you can grab this item. When I did that, when I yanked the drawer out, it must have phased into the bottom of the drawer, but not through to through the next section. Because it wasn't in there when I looked on the cupboard. But if you look that part right there, you can see that there was a circle. So if you rewind that, you can look. There's a little circle there of, there's an item here, but it phased into the drawer and I couldn't grab it anymore.
Phased into the drawer's hitbox, literally.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And I never noticed. And I'm like,
now we
oh.
know that the hitboxes are more blocky than they actually are.
Yeah. I grabbed the flare and I'm like, oh, I'll leave the rest of that stuff here. I just want this flare. And I specifically looked at that cupboard like, I don't need it. I don't need it right now. Like that little cupboard, there's not going to be anything in it that's worth my time.
Right. Hopefully it, like, reloads back in, because you didn't actually take it.
Yeah.
When you leave the area and come back to it.
Yep. Which we're getting closer to the end of the episode here. Which
Yeah.
you and I know what's coming. And we actually heard a mimic there.
Yeah.
There was a mimic. And I said, how bright is this actually? Or something. I think I'd used the flare in the last episode. And I think
Speaking
I said,
of the devil?
oh, these are good. Oh, also, this was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I literally was talking about how I was like, I haven't
Figure
seen
of
Katya in a
speech.
while, and then she appears. And I'm like, yeah, and then I said, don't call Katya the devil. And you're like, it's figure of speech. I'm like, I know. Just,
I was very much scolded.
I think I said, it's like, she's my only company in this hell zone that I work through. And I'm
You're
like,
like, I'm not going to touch her with
the gun.
the gun. I'm going
'Cause-
to do a hand.
Yeah, because everyone else I
One of
whack
my
with the
kindergarten
gun.
Teachers.
We're talking with
She
her.
retired and moved out of the
Oh,
city
crap.
just a couple years before I finished school.
It's fine, I'll turn
She
this
could
down.
have
babe.
retired earlier,
Make it
but
slightly quieter.
she loved working with children. So she kept working till she couldn't be on her feet so many hours of the day. I don't think she had children of her own. I used to visit her at the kindergarten and later out here. She was hunched over and wrinkled, but as commanding as ever. I wonder what happened to her. She died, of course, but how? What were her final thoughts? I hope she was at peace. No one deserved it more.
And that's when you said, I think she was probably
Yeah.
very disturbed
Yeah.
by having that giant thing happen.
Yeah. I think I said something like, her last thoughts were probably, what is the giant thing falling out of the sky? I think that's probably what I said. Yeah, so that as you can see there, I demonstrate. I bump everyone else with the shotgun. Katya is the only one that I will poke and be like, nice to meet you, Katya, or nice
I mean,
to
it's
see
not
you
like you have a
again. Whack on
grocery
the
store
back.
being built over in your place.
Come get the phone!
Yeah, and then I bumped into Luda again, or this lady on the way out.
And you commented how she respawned so quickly.
Yeah, I did. I think I also said, like, Luda, come get the damn phone already. I think that's what I said.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the jokes.
It
Oh,
was starting to get annoying.
I love that, because I would open the drawer, and there's just a single toothbrush. I'm like, ooh, toothbrush.
And then the drawer was fighting you the entire time.
The controllers, the drawers, everything's fighting me at this point in the game. I'm just getting more and more upset. Like, I don't get tilted easily when it comes to gaming, but this was something else.
And it was starting to get kind of laggy.
Yeah,
too.
it was, yeah. To be fair, at this point, we'd also been recording for, like, 3 hours.
Yeah. I
with,
mean, we have
like,
gone longer before.
Oh, we have, but not into the rate, not without a reset.
Oh, fair.
So I'm thinking there might be a memory leak in there somewhere like that, but at the same time, I'm thinking maybe it also could be a Steam VR problem, where it just didn't want to work. Also, I want to point out real quick, that was the only lighter I didn't click before I put it in my backpack.
Yeah.
I picked it up and didn't click it. Just want to point that out.
I kind of wondered why you didn't click it, and I was like, maybe you just forgot.
Did I pick up that cassette tape down there? I did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I do. Did I
You're
listen?
like, I'm not going to listen to that.
Yeah.
Because we were traumatized by the train noises.
The train noises, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, yes, the perfect thing for a bread box. A sweet bar and a knife. That's what I said.
Pointed at you.
Pointed directly outwards.
Cigarette.
And a bullet. I don't know where that bullet went, but it went somewhere in there. Yeah, so here you can see, like, really, the NX controls are really fighting me right now. They do not want to cooperate with me in any way. Oh, I'm sad about this.
We were talking about, can you actually use this as a weapon?
Yeah, and then I was like, well, I can't put it in my backpack, so I presume it's not, like, usable as a weapon. But yeah, I was like,
wondered.
Yeah, do the, is it PUBG or Fortnite that has the frying pan that blocks bullets?
I think it's PUBG.
I think it's PUBG.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about seeing if there's a mod that reskins the knife as a frying pan. Or seeing how difficult that would be to do myself. Because I want to beat people up with a frying pan. Yes, there I heard a mimic. Yeah, heard a mimic. I'm like, you know what? I've got the quest objective. My backpack's in the yellow. There's a bunch of loot on the way out. I'm just gonna leave now. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop being stupid and running around in this village in the middle of the night. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm gonna get that train car before I leave, is what I said. Because at this point, I thought, maybe
and
there
this
is
is
something
where
out there.
you saw something. You're like,
Oh,
hey!
so this is when I saw the hole.
Yeah.
This is when I finally saw the hole, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's a hole.
And you're like, I've had too much frights already.
Well, that's a lot of blood.
Yeah, and also the technical difficulties, I was getting pissed at this point. I think I said the same thing. I'm like, yeah, that is a lot of blood. And I
Something got mauled down
yeah, I think I
there.
commented on the fact there's a chain link fence down there. Yeah, here. I commented on the fact there's a chain link fence down there. I'm like, this is a cage. Something broke out of here and killed someone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with that right now.
Yeah.
It's like,
you were like, nope.
Yeah, I considered it for a cool minute here. And I was trying to get the watch to trigger, so I'm like, you know what? I can't get the watch to turn on. Tell me what time it is. I'm like, it's 2 in the morning. I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm gonna leave. It's probably what I was
Aw,
saying right
come
about there.
on.
Yeah.
And then if you listen, thank you, past astronaut. I'm like, oh, I will check this though.
cleanest
as I
shitter I've
find
ever
more
seen.
cigarettes and a note. Yep. Lost logs. Okay, so right there, I heard a crawler.
You heard a caller somewhere, but you couldn't see it because it was so dark.
'Cause
So
it
you
was
got
so
to
dark.
a vantage point.
Which is what I'm about to do, yeah. I'm like, okay, hang on, I have an idea. It's so dark I can't see the bloody thing. I'm gonna run up to this building, and then I'll be able to see it coming.
And then you were like, flares!
Flares, and then, hang on, it's about to happen. Somewhere around here, it happens.
Get out,
A little
Brutus.
bit of frame rate lag.
Like, I know you're over there
Yep.
somewhere.
No, you're over there somewhere, gesturing, and then
You pull out the flares.
pull out the flare.
Then you went, oh, ooh, that's bright.
That is bright. I can see properly around this area. And then I know it happens soon.
Like, I know you're out there somewhere. Where are you?
Yep.
Come
yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to get its attention.
Yeah.
I fired my gun in the air to try and get its attention. Because I was like, I got extra shotgun shells.
And then it.
Yeah, and then you'll notice the headset disconnects properly, and then the headset reconnects. I'm like, okay, that's good. And then
You were locked.
I can't get my gun upwards out of this position. I'm like, what is happening?
You're like, oh no. No, no.
And then you'll notice the gun finally went back up. My left hand is gone.
Yeah.
So
And you're like, oh well, I can just do this with just the one hand, and then you went,
oh no, it's
oh.
gone.
and then you were like, oh, but that's how I move.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, exactly. The movement is on the left hand, so I literally am unable to move anymore,
Yeah.
and I'm unable to aim properly. I can't draw things from my bag. I can't put the shotgun away. Everything has gone very wrong very quickly.
We're like, and that's where we were like, we're just gonna cut this.
Yeah,
We're gonna cut, and we're gonna stop.
And we're gonna do another episode in the
Yeah.
future. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been post commentary with myself and the astronaut. I very much hope you've enjoyed this little episode of Into the Radius. We will return with more Into the Radius soon. Just it'll be a little slower now that October's over. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a pleasant morning, afternoon, evening, and good night.
Have a hearty and goodbye.